Welcome back to the Hawkeye Garage. I'm Joe. We got the GX470 back in the garage, and we are going to complete our LED headlight lighting upgrade thanks to Lasfit auto lighting. We've got low beams, high beams, I've got marker bulbs, and today we are going to install turn signal bulbs and corner bulbs to complete the overall appearance, so stay tuned. Before I show you guys what the final product looks like, because that's what you really care about, I do have a couple tips and tricks through my experience of upgrading these bulbs kind of one by one over the course of several weeks. We'll take a closer look at these turn signal bulbs because they are epic. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit more in depth about how you might go about replacing all of these bulbs. My biggest recommendation is to do all of them at once. If you're just going to do your headlights, your low beams, eventually you're going to want to do your high beams, and then you're going to want to do your turn signals, and you're going to want to do all of them. Because they look awesome. All the LED bulbs really have made the headlights look fantastic and makes the vehicle look much newer looking at it from at nighttime. So my recommendation is get all of the bulbs at once, because some of these bulbs, especially these corner bulbs, are a complete pain in the butt to replace without removing the headlight. And to remove the headlight, you really need to remove the front bumper. I know that sounds daunting, but it's really not that difficult. There's lots of videos out there on how to remove the front bumper of a GX and how to remove the headlights. There's just a bunch of screws underneath and in the fender, like plastic going into plastic. Nothing should get seized up on you. It shouldn't be that difficult. There's some clips you pop off. If you've got your factory fog lights, you just have to unplug those. There is some trim panels underneath the hood. We'll look at that. That will need to come off, and then there's 3 screws and a couple clips holding the headlight on. The biggest problem is why you need to take the bumper off for the difficult bulb is because of the difficult bolt that is inside the bumper cover next to the headlight, and I tried. I did succeed, but just barely, to get that bolt out so you can try to pop that headlight off to get these corner bulbs. Let's open the hood and I'll show you a little bit more in depth on what I'm talking about there. Here is the trim panel that's going to need to come off. It's just plastic clips depending on the condition of yours, whether or not they've been replaced or broken. A pry tool will get those off. You'll have to take the trim panel off on the side here. There's one on each side. It just clips in. That is one of the bolts for the headlight. There's another one in here, and then that one around the side underneath the bumper cover is going to have to come off as well. The corner bulb is up like inside. I just barely could get to it. If I had needed to do all of the bulbs, I would have just stopped and taken the bumper off. But at this time around, I was doing the turn signal and the corner bulb, and I was able to do it. This side is where I had to basically pry the bumper back and get to that bolt, and it was terrible. So trust me, take my recommendation, save up, get all the bulbs, because you're gonna eventually want them. I guarantee you, because it looks awesome. Take the bumper off, do them all at once, do it the right way, and you will thank yourself in the long run for sure. Let me show you guys these. This is the turn signal bulb from Lasfit. Of course, I'll drop links down below. This is legit. This has CAN bus built in. That basically, LEDs are funky on a vehicle that wasn't originally equipped with LEDs when that LED is flashing like a turn signal bulb. And this has basically the electronics built in to overcome that. I don't really know how to explain that other than you either need to get a bulb that has CAN bus built in. You might get lucky and your vehicle won't need it, or you'll have to get an adapter to plug in between like the light socket and the bulb. But these are all built in. I'll go ahead and pop this back in there, and then we'll turn the vehicle on just with regular running lights, with the headlight running lights, and a couple different variations to show you guys what you might be looking at. Here is, so the turn signal bulb is your running light bulb when your headlights are turned off. And again, it's hard to get good video of headlights and light bulbs, but they are so bright, you can kind of tell how much they're lighting up my garage. And it's dusk out, it's not actually dark out. So those are the daytime running lights. This is when I turn the headlight switch to the first notch. So it'd be like your parking lights. We get the corner lights, which are so much brighter. They look really good, and you cannot really tell in here, but I'll switch to the headlights and you'll be able to see better. This is your turn signal bulb, and then I have the nighttime running light. Those both come on in that first light position, and that is actually, it's a yellow Lasfit LED bulb. Technically it's not supposed to be yellow. I bought those on my own because when I go to full on headlights, that daytime running light, that amber one, turns off and just the yellow one stays on. I'll try to overlay some better video for you guys to see. But it looks really awesome running around at nighttime. Like if I'm in my car and the wife is driving this separately, you can see the nice white headlight, the nice amber corner light, the yellow parking light, and then of course my amber grill lights. And then if she flips on the yellow fog lights, Lasfit fog lights, kind of completes the look. I don't know, personally I just really like the way that it looks. I do want to talk one thing about these turn signals. Let me set the tripod up and I'll give you guys a demonstration. Turn everything off, the car is still on, so those turn signal / running lights are on, just so you can see the effect. Turn the turn signal on, you can see how much actually brighter it becomes with the turn signal on. I'm going to turn the turn signal off, and you'll see where it stays really bright and then comes back to its regular running light brightness. Now that has to do with the CAN bus that I mentioned earlier, the fact that this was not equipped with LED bulbs to begin with, therefore the relay running the switch and the turn signals, and that's kind of how turn signals work, because it's a one bulb that has dual filaments, uses a relay, and then the switch on the column. It just has to do with those electronics so that it doesn't have that hyper flash, that hyper blink that you might have seen on some cars. Kind of weird. It is what it is. I believe it happens when I first turn the car on as well. Those lights will turn on and then they'll come back down. It's kind of cool when you first turn the car on, but it did take me a little bit to get used to it with the turn signals. Another thing real quick, I replaced the factory backup lights with their LED bulbs as well. I haven't upgraded to different backup lights. I literally just replace them plug and play with the white LED bulbs, and it is so much better. There they are, putting off a ton of light. You can see them up against my white garage door. They look fantastic from the outside, and then from the inside on the backup camera, you can kind of tell that it's a much whiter, crisper light instead of those old faded dim yellow ones, and especially in a dark parking lot at night. We're in my garage right now, so you don't get the full effect. All right, hope that helped you guys out with upgrading the headlight situation on your GX. If you follow the link in the description down below over to Lasfit's website, you can enter your vehicle information for any vehicle, and of course it will pop up with all the bulbs that will fit your vehicle. And if you use the code HawkeyeGarage, all caps, you will get 15% off anything on the website. So that's pretty awesome. I've used several other brand of headlights and bulbs and stuff on many of my vehicles, and Lasfit has definitely been my favorite, the best bang for the buck, really good quality, great customer service. Can't recommend them enough. So if you have any comments or questions, please be sure to leave those down below. I'll get back to you. If you've got any detailed questions, you want to email me, feel free, hawkeyeskunkworks@gmail.com. And of course, I will link my Instagram and my Facebook down below. Be sure to check out the videos where I did the headlight upgrades, my low beams, high beams. And of course, if you are a GX470 owner, check the videos out where I installed the yellow fog lights and the white driving lights in the bumper down below and eliminated my factory fog light housings. So, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, turn those notifications on, you know the drill. Until the next video drops, thank you for watching, take care, goodbye.